According to Ken White, a polar flip would cause existing ice caps to melt rapidly and new ones to form almost instantly. White claims it would also trigger tidal waves, powerful earthquakes, and volcanic eruptions.
It's going to be a very hostile environment.
A dramatic change in the magnetic poles is the worst-case scenario for many 2012 doomsday believers. But its causes and implications differ. While Ken White's theory says a polar flip would trigger a crustal shift, Richard Hoagland, on the other hand, believes the Earth as a whole would reorient, literally tipping over on its side. And then there's a third scenario, advocated by author Patrick Jarrell. A monster solar flare strips away the Earth's magnetic shield, causing the planet to rotate in the opposite direction. As extreme as these theories may sound, Ken White stands out because of his claim that the U.S. government once investigated the possibility of a polar flip.
It's a very curious coincidence that we have been saying that the flip could occur any time now, and 2012 is coming up very soon.
I don't know that much about the Mayans and how much they knew, but certainly as good a date as any.
According to White, the Pentagon debated what to do with such volatile information back in 1948.
No one would agree not to give the information to the public, but on the other hand, neither could they agree on how to release it. They were afraid that it might destroy the moral fiber of the peoples on the face of the earth. This is what the scientists felt. My father and I don't feel that way. We wanted to get the word out.
Major Maynard E. White died in 2007. Before his passing, he and his son wrote a book called World in Peril, which details the work of the 46th Recon Squadron and the pending polar flip.
Here's a picture of my father up at Ladd Field.
Ken White, himself an Air Force veteran, sincerely believes the Pentagon refused to release the information out of fear of triggering a public panic. We contacted the Pentagon for comment. Officials were unable to confirm whether Major White attended any scientific meetings there in 1947 or 48. As for the existence of any secret program to prepare for a cataclysmic polar flip in 2012 or at any other time, the Department of Defense did not confirm or deny this claim. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, Richard C. Hoagland maintains the U.S. government may have been preparing for 2012 for the last several decades. He's convinced that planet Earth could be in imminent danger, and according to him, torsion field physics is to blame. He's come to the ancient city of Teotihuacan outside Mexico City to track down this evidence. His guide is television journalist Jaime Maussan, well known in Mexico for his investigations into UFO sightings. Teotihuacan predates Tikal by a few hundred years. It's not precisely known who built it or when, but Hoagland believes this site incorporates sophisticated mathematics and astronomy, more advanced even than Tikal. In fact, Hoagland and Maussan believe Teotihuacan was built as a scale model of the solar system.
The geometry encoded at Teotihuacan is the foundation of the hyperdimensional physics of the torsion field that, in the worst-case scenario, could do in all of us in 2012. That's the message of Teotihuacan.
Hoagland is particularly interested in recording data at the fourth level of the largest pyramid here, called the Pyramid of the Sun.
If you look at the Pyramid of the Sun, you see that dark layer?
Yes, exactly.
Near the top?
Yes.
Each of those faces is at a different angle.
Yes.
That layer is at 19.5 degrees to the vertical.
19.5 is key in torsion field physics because that's the angle of a tetrahedron, the shape the torsion fields are said to take inside the Earth. Just as he did in Tikal, Hoagland says he finds incredible readings using his tuning fork watch.
So, oh wow, look at the frequency. It's getting higher and higher.
But the real test will come at sunrise, when Hoagland says the angle between the Sun and Earth causes the greatest fluctuations in the tuning fork vibrations, providing the clearest evidence possible that torsion fields are real and pose a danger to all of us. Coming up, the fear of a possible 2012 cataclysm drive some to take drastic measures.
I think people, if they're going to live through 2012, they'll have to be underground.
Would you be prepared to make the sacrifice?
It's going to be hard living.
That's next, when 2012 Startling New Secrets returns. For centuries, the ancient Mayans dominated Central America. And then about 1,000 years ago, their empire suddenly collapsed. Their cities left mysteriously abandoned. But some believe the Mayans left something behind for us, a warning about the year 2012, a warning so dire that some right now are preparing for whatever 2012 might bring. Jay Day is among those fearful about what 2012 may bring. Concern for his family prompted this 34-year-old father of four to start an online survivalist group called ExtremeSurvival.net.
This is the reason that I invented Extreme Survival. Everything I do is because of this little boy.
Within just a few months, thousands of users signed up across the country and around the world.
We have forums where that way everybody can keep in touch. You can learn anything from urban survival, how to survive 2012, what should we prepare for first.
With 2012 fast approaching, many of Extreme Survival's members have started meeting in person. They say to survive whatever may happen, they have to stop planning and start acting.
Thank you for coming out here.
That includes moving forward with plans to construct a massive underground bunker.
Inside these habitats, we will be growing food. We will be raising animals to try to eat for meat.
Their plans to construct underground bunkers by the year 2012 are ambitious. But the group's members are dedicated and firm in one simple belief. Above all, be prepared.
I don't think it's a matter of if it's going to happen, it's just when it's going to happen.
Take care of yourself, take care of your family, because nobody else is going to do it for you.
In preparing to go underground, Day's right-hand man is Al Millard.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
An engineer and self-described bunker specialist.
Bomb blast door.
They're headed to an abandoned missile silo near the town of Mitchell, Kansas. It's a massive underground complex that housed nuclear warheads in the 1960s. One of many that crowded the American landscape during the Cold War. Today, it's dilapidated, run down, and rusty.
This thing goes down 29 feet.
But it just may be the place these extreme survivalists choose to wait out whatever may occur in 2012.
And below us here is a hole 176 feet deep, 52 feet inside diameter of this silo tube, a very massive structure.
Ed Peden owns a real estate company that specializes in selling these old missile silo sites.
U.S. Army Corps of Engineers monitoring wells. I'm getting more calls and emails, probably double the volume of calls and emails that I was receiving a year ago. This was an old water treatment facility. There's a lot of people who feel it's essential to be underground. Well, let's get some lights and go down in.